Greetings of the day. I Asha K, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, going to present in today's class Analog Electronic Circuits, Module 1, Transistor Biasing and Stabilization. In that, we have self-bias or emitter bias configuration. So first, what is self-bias or emitter bias configuration? We have learnt in the previous class which is called as fixed bias configuration. Fixed bias configuration stability factors also we have learnt. It is not a stable configuration compared to all other configuration that we have discussed. Here to get this stable operating point, what we are doing here is we are adding one extra emitter resistance to the emitter terminal. The self bias or emitter bias circuit is shown in this particular figure 1. It consists of one transistor and resistors RB RC along with extra resistor RE is added here. So a power supply plus VCC is connected to the transistor. An AC input V input is connected here through the coupling capacitor CI, and output is measured across the collector terminal through a coupling capacitor CO. Now we'll discuss the DC analysis of the self-bias circuit. The DC equivalent circuit is drawn by making AC input is equal to 0 and removing the coupling capacitor or open circuiting the coupling capacitor. The circuit is shown in figure 2. The figure 2 is the DC equivalent circuit of self bias or emitter bias. Again, it consists of three resistances RB, RC, RE and plus VCC, and we'll be having here plus or minus VB voltage across the base and emitter terminal, plus or minus VCE collector emitter terminal voltage, and current IB is the base current and current IC is the collector current, and the IE current which is flowing through the resistor RE. The current which is entering the node is IC plus IB, whereas the current which is leaving the node is IE. From the KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, I can write IC plus IB is equal to IE. Now, we'll analyze the DC analysis of the self-bias circuit. First step is to find the input current IB, apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the input side of the circuit. If I apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to the input side of the circuit, that consists of plus VCC supply and a resistance RB, the current flowing through this is IB, and the resistance like we'll be having at the input side which is called as RE, the current flowing through this is IE, and we'll be having the input voltage VBE. When I apply the KVL to the input side of the circuit, that is here ground to the positive terminal plus VCC, then positive to negative IBRB, positive to negative minus VBE, then positive to negative minus IERE is equal to 0. We have learnt the emitter current is equal to addition of collector current plus base current. I'll know that the current gain and base current and collector current relationship is the output current is equal to beta times the input current. Hence, by substituting this, we are going to get the emitter current is equal to beta plus 1 into IB. By substituting this equation, what we are going to get here is VCC minus IBRB minus VBE minus 1 plus beta into IB into RE is equal to 0. After simplifying, we are going to get IB is equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times RE. Now we will find the output current IC. Output current IC is equal to beta times IB. Just now we have learned that IB is equal to VCC minus VBE whole divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times RE. So this is the collector current equation. Now we are going to find the collector to emitter voltage by applying KVL to the output side of the circuit. This is the output side of the circuit, that is VCC, then plus or minus ICRC plus or minus VCE, then plus or minus, that is IERE is equal to 0. By applying KVL to the input side of the circuit, plus VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE is equal to 0. This equation we have written here, that is VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE is equal to 0. Hence, I can find the equation for the output voltage, that is equal to VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC minus IERE. Now, the emitter voltage is given by the equation. Emitter voltage is equal to resistance of the emitter terminal and the current through the emitter terminal. This is almost equal to IC into RE also. Collector current into the emitter resistance. Now, for the self-bias circuit, the Q point is ICQ is equal to beta times VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta times RE, and the output voltage VCEQ is equal to VCC minus ICQ into RC plus RE. Now we'll discuss about the load line analysis. In load line analysis, what we are going to do here, it is, since IB is very small, what we are going to do here is IE is equal to IB plus IC can be written as IE is almost equal to IC. By approximating this, I can get an output voltage equation. VC is equal to VCC minus IC into RC plus RE. By substituting IC is equal to 0 in equation star, what I am going to get here is VCE is equal to VCC. Now our output characteristics curve consists of x-axis as VCE, y-axis as IC, and if we substitute these values, VCE is equal to VCC and IC is equal to 0, we are going to get a point on the horizontal axis. That point, say, call it as VCC, 0 point. Now, similarly, substitute VCE is equal to 0 in equation star. Then what happens? We are going to get the current value. The collector current value is equal to VCC divided by RC plus RE. Then we can represent this point on the vertical axis. Say we can call this as point number B, that is 0, VCC divided by RC plus RE. Then we are going to join these 2 points to obtain the DC load line on the output characteristics curve. For common emitter configuration, the output characteristics curve is the variation of the collector current with variation in the collector to emitter voltage by keeping the input current constant. Here the input current that we are having is base current. Say for different values of input current, say we are going to mark the point on the x-axis and on the y-axis. X-axis is A is equal to VCC, 0 point, whereas B is equal to another point on the vertical axis, that is 0, VCC divided by RC plus RE. After joining these 2 points on the output characteristics curve, we can easily mark the Q point. This Q point is nothing but VCE Q point and IC Q point values. So this completes the DC load line analysis of self bias circuit. The advantages and disadvantages are: the circuit offers better stability compared to the fixed bias circuit. However, the maximum stability is offered by the circuit when the ratio of the base resistor to the emitter resistor is very small. And for larger values of RE, what happens here is we need the larger supply voltage VCC. Hence, also increase in the RE, what happens? It increases the negative feedback, reduces the gain of the circuit.